Welcome in this new video. For this one I got into a festive mood and decided to create some Christmas trees ornament. As you can see, I'm using plastic spheres, but of course you can use glass ones if this is what you can find. I decided to find 3 ways to decorate mine. There you see me applying clear gesso. It doesn't seem clear right now, but as it dries it will become transparent. I used a fluffy brush to create texture, and for the other one I decided to create pattern painted paper with my Gelli Plate. I love my Gelli Plate, it's so versatile and easy to use, and I love it with the silks. I used the common one. Remember to really shake well. As you can see, mine wasn't that well mixed, so it looks like ink, but it works all the same, no worries. I choose coffee filters because they're round and about the same size as my plate, but feel free to use tissue paper, even the deli paper would work. Now for the second layer I'm using spicy tomato. I love this one. It's a bit orange, but I really like. Look at that. It really looks like a spicy tomato. And using a stencil, my advice would be to choose a stencil with a lot of blank space, because this is where the paint will be, see? And nothing is lost. Use another paper and create what we call a ghost print. Dry it very well because it's kind of a fragile paper. You don't want to tear it in the process. That it happened to me and I got really mad at myself, so dry it. And because I didn't have the green in the silk, I decided to create my own silk using the primary elements powder with the clear glaze that you can buy. And see, you can just mix as much or as little as you want, and it will create a different how do you say that? A different opacity, I guess. And you can see that I didn't use much because there were some leftover of the reds, and I really like that. And I'm using another stencil, one of my favorite stencils, and I have plenty. And again, a ghost print. And the tool you see me using is actually something from Petitbois, and it's very handy, but use your hand if this is what you have, no worries. A technique I can't remember if I learned it from Christy Tomlinson or Julie Pfeffer-Bazer, I don't remember, but using white will be amazing in results. And pick all the colors that were there on your plate plus the white. Look at that, I just love the effect. And this is the several peppers. Let it dry. In the meantime, I decided to add a bit of thread so it will be easier for me to handle the spheres. And just regular twine is fine. And there you go. For one of the sphere, I decided to paint it with Payne's Gray. You can use black or a very dark gray or very dark blue. This one is from Dick and it's very different. It's less blue than the one from Golden, for example. And I really like it because it's black without being a true black. And I decided to find some sprays to play with. So this is my collection of Radiant Rains. And I picked 3. I took the other sphere, the one with just the clear gesso, and I sprayed with the lightest of the color, which for me was seafoam. It's a minty green, and I just love it. So let it dry, but be careful because mine were plastics. It can lose its shape, sorry. So just be careful. And I decided to have some fun, so I spread some of the snapdragon on my mat and to use the lid of the spray as a stamp to create a pattern. Isn't that cool? You can use whatever, bubble wrap, anything that makes a mark. Again, dry carefully. And if you know me, you know I love splatters. I just love them. So I picked a hot pink, which was apple blossom, and just splattered it all over. And there you go. Easy, peasy, fast and beautiful, and none will be exactly the same as the others. So I'm very impatient, so I decided to help the paint dry because it's boring to watch it dry. So using my heat tool, I'm drying the dark sphere. I wanted something simple for this one, so I chose the silver bells and the gold and simply added some random spots on the ornament. And see, it's all in the shape of my paintbrush, and to see where it fits and looks good to me. Easy. I wanted to have a little fun, so I played with my heat tool and overheated on purpose where the silk was, and as you can see, it creates a bubble, and that's something different, and I really liked how it turned out. Now I wanted to bring it all together, so Christmas, green, red. I decided to go for the iridescent green and spread it all over. So beautiful. Now we are back on the third sphere and on our printed coffee filters. I want a patchwork look, so I'm tearing apart the different coffee filters and using matte medium. You can use Mod Podge, soft gel would work as well, but this one is pretty liquid, so that was perfect. And as you can see, the paint is bleeding a little, but you know, I'm totally fine with that. So just cover the entire sphere. Have fun, that's the goal. Have fun. Make it you, make it something you want to hang on your tree. And just a thought, it makes a pretty good personalized gift too. Think teachers, school bus drivers, caregivers, anyone you want to give to it. See? And I'm using the same spray. And that's done. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, thumb up, and leave me a comment.